Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be working on my plan with me for the week of April 20th through the 26th in my wellness planner. I haven't done a plan with me in my wellness planner before. I have been using this for probably about a month and a half now. Or I've been using some type of wellness planner since the beginning of the year, but specifically this Erin Condren Softbound LifePlanner I've only had for about a month. So I just wanted to do a quick plan with me and show you all how I use this as my wellness planner, the different things that I track, all of that stuff. I'm going to be using this sticker book from the Happy Planner. I found it on clearance recently for like $8, and I'm going to be using like some of these stickers. They're like kind of pastel, springy. What's kind of nice about this sticker book is it has matching sheets, so they all kind of go together. You can see there's like a black one, there's one that's like a little bit more floral, all that stuff. So I'll be using that. What I'm going to do really quickly is I would like to put down some washi at the top just to kind of tie things together. So I'm going to do that really quickly and then I will be right back. Okay, so I got the washi put on. It's just like a gold washi, and I feel like it'll really pull things together. So what I'm going to do is actually, I think I'm going to tear out the sticker sheets from this book that I'm specifically wanting to be using. It just makes it easier so I'm not having to like flip to them in the book every time. So let me do that. I think I just got them all. Okay, so I'm gonna put that to the side. So I have these sheets. A lot of them are full boxes, which is fine because a lot of times I like to kind of like just put a full box as decoration, just like randomly in here. So I'm taking a look, and I think what I'm going to do is I will put in just some more of like the motivational ones. So since this is a wellness planner, it's all about like working out and eating healthy, treating my body right, everything like that. So I think I will put in like this one. And in general, what I try to do for my layouts is the middle one is my exercise, the middle box. The bottom is my food, and then here I have a plan for this week that's a little bit different than past weeks, so I'll explain that in a little bit. And then the top is kind of like notes for, you know, things I need to do or things I could do better, that sort of thing. So that's generally how it goes. So I don't usually like to just put one of these and cover up everything. I'll usually like stick it in the middle. So then it's just kind of like not fully taking an entire spot. I think that's good. And then trying to think, there's so many stickers as part of this, so I just want to make sure I'm looking at all of them. I like this sticker that says the only limits in life are the ones you make. I fully agree with that. So I want to put that like right here. I think that one's really, really cute. One thing that I'm going to do is I'll put like a weekend sticker. I just like to mark the weekends. I think it's just kind of fun to label them. I'm just trying to find one that I think will match a little bit. I'm just gonna do like a little gold weekend and put it like up here. So I guess I'll kind of explain like why this week is going to look a little bit different for me. I put that a little bit too far on Friday. So I signed up for a nutritional coach, the end of last week, and I'll be having my first kind of consultation with him on Sunday. So I'm filming this on Friday. So on this coming Sunday, I'll have a consultation with him, and we'll kind of talk about what my goals are and everything. And then I'll get started kind of with a specific plan and all of that. So with that being said, I will be using this bottom section to track my macros that I'm eating. And so if you're not familiar with macros, it's just like carbs, fats, and proteins. You get a certain level or like a numbers that you should hit during the day that correspond to calories, a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to track those to see kind of if I'm hitting my numbers or if I need to make some improvements. And you know, I think that's just part of like making sure that I'm working towards my goals. And I think we'll hopefully be successful with this one. I think sometimes it's like a little bit difficult to just get like motivated and know exactly what needs to happen and like what to do in terms of like a good eating plan. There's so many things out there that to try. I mean, there's like keto and Weight Watchers and all that crazy stuff. So what I want to do is just kind of have someone like in my corner who has like a background in all this and is able to kind of like root me on and answer questions and everything like that. I think that would make all the difference for me. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. I'm really, really, really excited. I think they'll also give me like a workout plan and all that kind of stuff, which is really, really useful. So I'm just excited to get started this week and see how everything goes. So I am now just kind of putting in like decoration. I don't know. I just like having something that looks really nice. I don't know if anyone can relate to that. If something looks nice, I'm more likely to look at it and keep track of it and keep up with it. So that is why I am kind of focusing on putting this stuff together. I know it's not necessarily like the only thing the thing I should be focusing on with, you know, health. It's like, okay, does your planner really matter? All that stuff. But this just brings me a lot of joy. And in general, I actually really like putting together my planner really calms me down, and it also really motivates me. So I really enjoy designing spreads in my wellness planner, just like I would like in my regular life planner. So with that being said, I feel like I have a lot of things set up. I think I'm going to put like one more box down here. Let's see. I feel like there's another sorry, I was just looking through the different ones that I still had to put down. This box, try not to cover up too much of the bottom square just because it is where I'm like tracking my meals and everything like that. So there we go. And the last thing I'll do is I'm going to put a like little high five sticker over here because it's like the end of the week. So I feel like it's just like, okay, thank goodness we're done. So I think that's all kind of like the decoration I'll be doing for this week. What I'm going to do is put in like a little menu plan sticker. I usually do my menu planning like on Thursday, so I will put in just this little menu plan sticker to remind me to do that. I usually just use like my little Erin Condren meal planner, which is super helpful. The other thing I'm going to do is at the end of the week, I'm going to track the number of miles that I walked. I'm going to try to go on multiple walks this week just to get out of the house and make sure I'm moving and reaching kind of like my goals in terms of getting my movement in, because that can be really challenging, especially being kind of stuck in the house and working from home. So I will put that there, and then I'll track my number of miles that I complete. Next thing is I usually do like a weekly weigh-in, and so I will weigh in on Thursday. I usually get on the scale like every day, but my main kind of like keeping track is on Thursday so I can see trends. When you weigh in daily, there's so many like ups and downs that it gets you know, a little bit like overwhelming. So by just kind of keeping track of it once a week, I can see more trends than anything else. The next thing is I'm going to keep track of my steps every day in this middle section, as I mentioned. So I'm going to put one of these stickers on every day. I think I'm just going to do it like at the top or kind of wherever it fits. I don't always do my spreads with like these squares in the middle. It's pretty much just the weeks where I don't have a lot of stuff going on, or you know, I just kind of try and gauge how I do my spread based on what I've got planned. So sometimes you'll see like on this one, I didn't do any big squares. I just kind of did a couple quotes here and there. So really, I'm like, this is totally open to however creative I want to get. So it's kind of fun. And then I get to look back and see kind of what, not only like how I set it up, but then also see like if I made any progress and all that kind of stuff. So it's always kind of fun. Sorry if you can hear my dog drinking water in the background. He just decided to come and drink a lot of water. So almost done with that. Okay. Perfect. Great, so there's the steps. The other thing is I am going to try to go on walks, hopefully every single day. Sometimes depends on the weather. It sometimes just depends on like how long or how late I need to work. There's sometimes where I'm able to stop working at like 5:30. Sometimes I have to work until like 7, and at that point it's dark and I don't want to go out walking when it's dark. So what I'm going to do is put in these little like walking stickers. I just found these in my little stash. So I'm going to put in these little walking stickers, and then I'll be able to write like if I go on a walk, like how far I go, everything like that. So they're kind of a useful, I'll put it down here. Again, I'm just kind of putting these wherever they'll fit just because of the way that I designed this. So little guy, so I can put how far I go, how long of a walk I go on, anything like that. And then a lot of weeks I will also, in this middle section, keep track of my Apple Watch rings. So that's always kind of useful to look at when I go back and see like, okay, how many rings did I close? Did I close my exercise ring every day? You know, so I enjoy kind of tracking like a bunch of different metrics in here and seeing, you know, what I'm able to accomplish. So, there is that. And then the only other thing I'm going to stick in here before I start like writing things down is I have these little like they're like little cups of water. I will put them down here at the bottom. So I just like to write down how much water I drink. That's a big focus for me. It's really important to stay hydrated, especially if I'm going to be not only walking, but I think my coach will probably have me doing like more workouts in terms of like weights or, you know, that sort of thing. So it's really important to stay hydrated when you're working out. I mean, it's important to stay hydrated regardless, but especially when you're working out and everything. So I think that's going to be a huge focus for me. I've been doing really well at drinking all my water, but I feel like I could probably drink a little bit more. I try and get like 80 ounces or 90 ounces, and I'm usually pretty good at it. Sometimes I don't reach that. Just kind of depends on like if I'm drinking coffee, that sort of thing. So The only other thing I'm going to put in is this weekly goal sticker. So I can write my goals here and kind of what I'm aiming for in during the week. The next thing I'll do is I'll just start like writing things in. So, what I will do is put down here, macros, and I'll just write that on each day. I think it's getting really windy outside. My neighbor has wind chimes, and I mean, most of the time you can't hear them because it's not really windy, but right now they're going like crazy. Oops, macros, wow. Spelled that wrong, oops. So sorry if you can hear their wind chimes or if they're loud or anything, but it's usually not breezy enough to make them make noise. And then the only other thing I'll put in is I do breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack every day. And so I'll track what I eat. I'll be tracking my actual, like, I'll measure my food out and I'll be tracking that in an app. So this is just kind of like a general overview of what I'm eating, but the app will have like more specifics in it in terms of like how much I'm eating. But I think this is helpful because if there's like a certain week where I feel like I did really well, then I can look back and I can just kind of like replicate the meal plan, and just kind of go from there. So it kind of takes out all the guesswork. So that is pretty much it. I know this looks like a little bit maybe like messy or scattered, but this is really what works for me in terms of tracking kind of like my progress and everything. And what I might do is, I'm trying to think, I might move this like up here somewhere or something like that. I won't do it like on camera. I feel like it will take too long to like take up all these stickers and then move these, but I think that's what I might do, is just move it so it's not so cluttered, just in this one area. But I think that's it for this week's plan. As I mentioned, I'll track my macros. So the 4 lines are kind of perfect. So I can track my protein, my fat, my carbs, and my total calories. And then from there, I can kind of see the trend over the week of how many calories I'm eating, whether I'm meeting my macros, all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited to get started this week and kind of get focused, because I've been just kind of like on a free-for-all in terms of eating and not really being the healthiest over the past few weeks. So I think this is kind of giving me the structure that I need, and I think it'll be really good. So I'll be filling this out next week. I'll probably put up a picture on Instagram of the finished product. If you want to take a look, I'll leave my handle in the bottom corner of the screen, and you can check that out. But I really appreciate you sticking around and watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.